Hi, everybody. Welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. It's Thursday today, and on Thursdays, I share a mystery challenge with you. So I post some clues or a list of things that you need to think about as you're pulling your supplies together, and I invite you to come and make a card with me. Now, I know that you probably make the card afterwards, but I do encourage you to share it, especially if you're part of my Facebook group. The link to that is underneath this video. Share it, and every month I send some happy mail out to some people that have shared their amazing projects over the course of the month. I love to see what you're working on. So don't forget, if you're not part of my Facebook group, you can request to join and yeah, share your projects. And maybe one day at the beginning of the month, I'm a little late this month, so that's on my task list to do this afternoon is to do a draw. I will send you some happy mail. Hey, Crystal, welcome. So today I shared a color challenge and I picked Gorgeous Grape. I have to think about this, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, and Lost Lagoon as the colors. Now, I have to say I probably cheated a little bit because I've been wanting to use the Perennial Lavender Suite. The paper is absolutely stunning, and those three colors are three of the colors that are in the suite. So I kind of cheated, but I thought that it's such a pretty color combination that I thought you might enjoy it. So let me switch over to my desktop and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay, first of all, this is the Perennial postage. So this is a mega bundle or a mega suite that is in the new catalog. It includes two bundles. One of them is this Perennial postage bundle that is all these great sentiments and these amazing dies that look like kind of postage stamp shapes with the zigzag or the edging on them. And they have, let's see, there's 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of this shape. There's one that only has that shape on the edges, ends of it, and then you've got what would be ribbon pulls, I expect, and some reinforcement that look like reinforcements. And then this cool one that is, I think it's an embosser. I don't think it cuts out, but it looks like a postage stamp. I've been itching to play with these and I haven't actually. Now this comes the other, and I don't have the dies that go along with this. This is the Painted Lavender stamp set. There are no sentiments with this, but all these great images of lavender. So I thought I would try and use that. And then let me show you this absolutely stunning designer series paper. I love the fact that the background on many of the pieces is crumb cake, which is just so cool. So you've got these gorgeous sides with the flowers and then just more kind of painted sides. This one, I love this one. It's got, I guess, pretty peacock and other bluey green colors on the crumb cake. And then that's the other side. This one is in Gorgeous Grape Highland Heather. And then these gorgeous all over lavender design. Some stems. Really love this. It's got splatter on it. So it's really cool. This is beautiful. It's a whole piece. It would be great scrapbook page. This is another one of those. Let's see if I've got the full one. I think I showed you that one. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else. I've used a little bit of it. Okay, so there's this really subtle little flowers going up and down, and then the Gorgeous Grape. Look at this one. This is really cool. A gingham in crumb cake. And then this is that one page that is an all over design with the thing up the middle. I did use this one. You can kind of cut and choose what you want out of this one. It would also make a great scrapbook page. Yeah, I think that's everything. It's just so pretty. So that was my inspiration. It doesn't take much to be inspired by the gorgeous designer series paper in the new catalog. Okay, so what have I done? I have gone ahead and done some cutting. So I've got a piece of cardstock. So again, my colors are Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, and Lost Lagoon. So I cut a card base that is 4 1/4 by 11. So I'll score that at 5 1/2. And as always, I will get my bone folder and we will fold into the mountain or the raised line. And that is our card base in Lost Lagoon. Then I cut, this is the largest of those perennial postage dies. So I cut that one out and then I embossed it. I think this is called Layering Flowers. It's absolutely beautiful. And I thought all the flowers would go. They're not lavender, but they're flowers. This is a 3D embossing folder. It's quite thick. You can do some coloring on this. I've seen some people using a sponge dauber or blending brush with craft ink on it. Oh, great, Kathleen, welcome. Crystal too, if I didn't welcome you, welcome from Iowa. So this is a really pretty embossing folder. Now, one tip when you're going to do a die cut and an embossed, so you want to emboss a die cut. I found the way this works best is if you do your die cutting first. So I die cut this shape out and then I ran it through the embossing folder. If you do it the other way around, you will flatten your embossed shapes. And so it's best to do your embossing second. All right, so I'm just going to use glue. I always use glue on the back of embossed images so that it can get into all the nooks and crannies. And these are quite deep, these nooks and crannies. I guess there's no right and wrong way. Pretty color combination. So this was done in Highland Heather. So that's that. Now I cut 3 pieces of, hello, I'm not sure who that is coming through Facebook, but welcome. Don't forget to give StreamYard permission by going to streamyard.com/Facebook, and that way I can see who's commenting. So I cut 3 different pieces. Actually, I guess it's just 2 different pieces of 2 different of the actual sheets. This is one of the sizes of the postage rectangle dies. So I'm just going to do my thought is I'm going to kind of just layer these on like that. Great way to use up your designer series paper because we all have so much. So use some of it. This will use up some of your scraps. So that's kind of my idea, is just to show off this gorgeous designer series paper. And I may switch these around because I've realized that maybe we'll do it like that. Anyway, I'll think about it this. I've got a piece that is a little bit smaller, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment on this. So let's do that first. So I'm going to use the one that says, I can't thank you enough. These are going to be my thank you cards for January. So if you place an order with me in January, you'll get one of these thank you cards in the mail. So I'm stamping this in Gorgeous Grape. I just want to check. I always kind of check to see. Okay, see how I have to line this up because I haven't got the labels. Oops, that's too much. So I just kind of, oh, that's not, we might have to play with this one a little bit. Okay, let's get a clean piece of grid paper here and just see if I can figure out how to. All right, I have to lift it up a little bit. Okay. Let's try this and hopefully it's not too crooked. Oh, it's a little off center, but that's okay. I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. I'm just going to use these stems, leaves and stems. Now I'm using this glass mat. So the glass mat is one of 2 options that you have if you decide to sign up in January or February. And So the glass mat's one option. The other option is you can get, I have to think, I think it's $41 in Canada in more product. So two great options for signing up this month. But so we typically always use a piercing, at least I always use a piercing mat. So we always tell you to stamp with a cushion underneath a photopolymer stamp. But somebody told me yesterday on a call I was on with other demonstrators that the glass mat seems to provide a really nice cushion for stamping on, so that you don't have to do that. So I'm going to try that with this Lost Lagoon and these stems, just stamping off. And then I'm just going to, oh, it does give you a nice, so if you have a glass mat and you haven't tried that, but yeah, I always try and use a piercing mat underneath when I stamp using photopolymer. But yeah, the glass mat seems to give that cushion. All right, so I'm just going to kind of, I don't want to cover up these pretty papers. So I'm going to start, and I'm just going to adhere at least the first one flat. I've got a lot of dimension on this already because I have this embossed piece. My brain's going 300 miles an hour here trying to figure this out. All right, let's put this on. I think I'm going to adhere them all kind of flat, and then I'll pop up my sentiment. I want to show off this gorgeous designer series paper. Okay, so I've got my sentiment like that, but let's see, there's a few others. So the other thing that comes with this in this bundle or in this suite are these gorgeous painted butterfly accents like that, but I don't really want a big one. There are 5 different sizes, so let's see. I'm just going to see if I want to use one of these. Okay, I think I do. I'm going to use this little butterfly, and I've got a blending brush, one of my dirty blending brushes. So let's do some blending. And I'm just going to blend right over top. So if you want it to be darker and lighter, you can kind of just play with it. So I've blended that with the gorgeous grape. Just some dark spots and some light spots. Now let me clean up. So the glass mat comes with a cleaning cloth. Does dry out, so if you're close to being able to get it wet with water or Stampin' Mist, I tend to take it. This is the mat, so it dries out like the chamois. So you need to wet it before you use it, but we'll just do it like that. All right, let's pop that up using dimensionals like that. And then I'm just going to take and bend my butterfly, and we'll use a glue dot on the back of that butterfly. And take your pick tool, and we'll just I'm going to put it there because I don't want to cover up that pretty flowers, and we'll just pop it a little bit to make it look 3-dimensional. And so I realized that I didn't get a piece of basic white for the inside of the card, so I'll have to do that afterwards. But I do have some embellishments. They are called purple shimmer gems, and another product that is part of the lavender suite. And if I can get them out of here, there we go. So they come in 3 shades. So they've got the ones that are Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, and then more of a berry burst. So let's see. I think I'll use the dark ones. And we'll put them like that. There we go. All right, I'll finish the inside of this card. Thanks, Crystal. Once I have to cut a piece of basic white cardstock. But there we go. So that is the thank you card that my customers are going to get in January if they place an order, because I always send thank you cards for any order that I get. All right. I do know that the dies that go along with the painted lavender suite are not orderable at the moment. They will be coming back into stock at the end of January, but those perennial postage dies are available, and they're going to quickly become one of my favorites. I know that. There's some great kind of standalone dies in this catalog, even though they're bundled. They're going to be used for a whole bunch of things, I can tell. All right, everybody, thanks so much for joining me. Now, I will be live on Saturday at 11 a.m. So come join me for, hey, Claudia, come join me for another card. I don't know what I'm going to be doing on Saturday, but we'll find something to do. We're supposed to get snow here. So barring any power outages or that kind of thing, it's supposed to start snowing here overnight. And we'll see how much we get over the next day or so. Usually, hopefully it's not too much. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a great day. Happy stamping. Bye.